Good morning and a warm welcome to everyone present today. Thank you for joining us for this important panel discussion on addressing anxiety and depression among university students, topic that closely aligns with Sustainable Development Goal 3, good health and well-being. My name is Nia Fahana Zurin. I am a first-year student from the Faculty of Social Sciences and I will be your moderator for today's session. We are honored to have a diverse panel of speakers who will each share their insight and experiences on this pressing issue. Allow me to briefly introduce our distinguished panelists. We have YB Sugashini Anak Murthy, who will representing the Ministry of Health, will speak about the main causes of anxiety and depression among university students. Dr. Umi, a lecturer from National University of Malaysia, UKM, will explain how mental health issues affect student academic performance and social behavior. And Miss Nurul Asha Sakina, who live with major depressive disorder (MDD), will be sharing her personal experience and challenges. And lastly, we have Miss Fatinur Shuhada binti Abu Bakar, a psychology counselor from UKM, will be providing solution and professional advice on how students can cope and improve their mental well-being. Let us begin with our first speaker.
Thank you so much, moderator. Good morning to fellow panelists. And I'm Skashni Murthy, the Health Minister for today's discussion. And I'm honored to begin the panel discussion by exploring the key causes of anxiety and depression among university students as an issue that's becoming increasingly relevant in our campus environments. So university is often seen as a time opportunity, but for many students, it's also a period of high pressure, emotional instability, and personal challenges that can lead to serious mental health issues. The first major I would like to highlight is academic pressure. So university students now today are expected to perform at an exceptional high level of maintaining scholarships, meeting the tight academic deadlines, and also competing with high-performing peers. So based on the case reported to the ministry, a scholarship student shared that she often sleeps early to 3 to 4 hours per night in order to cope with household academic responsibilities. So she expressed a constant fear of failure, which gradually affected her sleep quality, emotional stability, and overall motivation. So in this case, according to MISPA 2021, more than 65% of university students reported anxiety due to fear of failure, time pressure, and also academic overload. So this study emphasized that without proper coping strategies, these stresses can seriously harm psychological well-being. So the second major cause is a financial stress. So many students, especially those from a low-income family, struggle balance academic life and also basic needs like tuition, fees, food. So I've heard of students skipping meals, avoiding group projects, and also involve travel, or even working a part-time job that can affect their studies just because they are financially burdened. So this also evidence from a national policy that the Malaysia Education Blueprint 2015 to 2025 state that 53% of public university students come from V40 households. So this increased their vulnerability to emotional exhaustion and also a long-term depressive symptoms. The third cause I would like to address is social isolation, the lack of support. So when students leave home for university, many experience homesickness, disconnection, and also loneliness. So especially during early stages of adjustment in this worsen, we just struggle to build new friendships, social networks. So as a share in our ministry student mental health briefings, during the movement control order MCO, a female university student was isolated in her hostel for several weeks. So she had no roommates, no limited interaction, and also a minimal digital engagement. So according to the report, she began to feel invisible and emotionally detached, which later accelerated into anxiety and mild depressive symptoms as a vicious support. So according to a study published in Frontline Psychology 2025, students with low social interaction and weak support system reported higher level of loneliness, depression, and also a life satisfaction. So, in conclusion, the main causes of anxiety and depression among university students are academic pressure, financial stress, and also social isolation. So, these factors are often interconnected, and if not addressed earlier, it can lead to serious mental health challenges. So, by understanding these root causes, we can take the first step toward creating a healthy and supportive campus environment for all students. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, YB Sukashini, for shedding light on the key causes that trigger anxiety and depression in university students. Your insight, backed by data and real cases, truly set the stage for our discussion. Now, let's us welcome our second panelist, Dr. Umi, a lecturer from UKM who will be highlighting how student mental health affects their academic and social life.
Thank you so much, Miss Moderator. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. I am Umi Imanina binti Ismardi, a lecturer from University Kebangsaan Malaysia, UKM. As a lecturer, I spend most of my time focused on academic content. But today, I want to highlight something just as vital, the mental health of our students. We often associate student life with lectures, deadline, and exam, but behind all this is a deeper reality. Students' mental and emotional well-being plays a crucial role in how they perform and experience university life. Let's start with academic performance. Good results aren't just about hard work or intelligence. They also depend on mental state. Students who are mentally well tend to be more focused, motivated, and resilient. On the other hand, those struggling with stress, anxiety, or depression may find it difficult to concentrate, retain information, or even attend classes. According to the Suicide Prevention Resource Center, students facing mental health challenges often earn lower grade, not because they lack ability, but because they are overwhelmed. So, mental health isn't just about self-care. It is a smart academic strategy. Next, let's talk about behavior and coping. University life is stressful, but how students respond to stress depends on their emotional health. Students with strong mental well-being often manage stress in healthy ways like exercising, talking to friends, or taking breaks. But without that stability, students may turn to unhealthy habits like skipping meals, pulling all-nighters, or avoiding responsibilities. According to Harrington, some students believe these extremes are normal, but in truth, they are often signs of burnout. We must remind students that balance is not optional, it is essential. Finally, mental health affects relationships. University isn't just about academic, it is also about forming friendships and support network. But this requires emotional presence, confidence, and communication, all of which are strengthened by good mental health. When students feel low, they may isolate themselves or withdraw from social activities. As Sherilyn highlighted, this can lead to loneliness and misunderstanding, weakening the very support system students need. In conclusion, mental health is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It shapes how students learn, behave, and connect. As educators, we must foster a culture where students feel supported, heard, and encouraged to care for their mental well-being. Let's normalize this conversation and promote rest, balance, and self-awareness because students thrive best when their minds are healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Umi, for your thoughtful explanation on how mental well-being is closely linked to academic performance and student behavior. It's clear that mental health plays a vital role in the overall university experience. Next, we will hear from Ms. Nurul Aisha Sakina, who will be sharing her lived experience with depression. Let's listen with open hearts.
Thank you, Miss Moderator. Hello and good morning to all my fellow panelists. I am Miss Nurul Aisha Sakina binti Asmarizal and I am one of the individuals living with major depressive disorder, MDD. Currently, I see my therapist twice every 3 months, and I'm glad to share that I'm doing better now compared to when I was first diagnosed with MDD. Since I've been living with depression, I can share some of the effects that I noticed before I sought help. One of the first things that I observe is that people with depression tend to suffer from various physical health issues. Depression can increase the risk of illness such as diabetes, cancer, and many more. I once read a study by Dare and others which discussed the health problem that often accompany depression and anxiety. They found a high prevalence of about 16.2% of diabetes, or obesity among individuals with depressions. Mental disorders are often associated with one or more chronic physical illness, which further worsens a patient's overall health. From my own experience, when someone is depressed, they may eat more and isolate themselves in their room for long periods. I personally went through this when I once reached 58 kilograms because I keep eating to keep myself occupied, hoping it would distract my mind from overwhelming thoughts. Another effect I noticed when experiencing this depression is its impact on academic achievement. Depression can negatively affect students' academic performance by reducing their energy, focus, and also their motivation. It also impairs mental clarity and emotional stability, making it much harder for someone with depression to concentrate and keep up with their studies. According to research by Johanna Alonso, almost 90% of students reported that their mental health significantly disrupt their ability to study and to complete their assignments. People with depression often prefer lying in bed and doing nothing, choosing to procrastinate instead of completing tasks, as their mental state can make even simple assignments feel overwhelming. A student's mental health can have serious consequences on academic success, with several mental health problems contributing to declining grades or even causing students to drop out from university. So, last but not least, people with depression often experience sleep disturbances. They may struggle with insomnia or fail to get enough restful sleep, which further worsens their mental health by increasing stress levels. Inadequate sleep also disrupt cognitive functions such as memory, focus, and decision making. As a result, even daily tasks become much harder to complete. An article made by Columbia University Department of Psychiatry states that individuals with mental health disorders are more likely to suffer from chronic sleep problems. In turn, these sleep disturbances can worsen psychiatric symptoms and even increase the risk of suicide. There was a time when I couldn't sleep well. I stayed up overthinking and wake up feeling exhausted. It affected my focus in class and made daily tasks feel even more overwhelming. So, in conclusion, the effects of depression can go far beyond emotion. It can deeply impact our physical health, academic performance, and even our ability to rest and function daily. It also makes people struggle with their own happiness. So, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Aisha, for your brave and honest sharing. Your story gives us real and emotional understanding of the effects of depression beyond just as statistic. Now, let us invite our final panelist, Ms. Fatin Nur Shuhada binti Abu Bakar, a psychology counselor from UKM, who will guide us on the possible solution and support system available for students. Ms. Shuhada, based on your experience as a counselor, what are some effective strategies or intervention that students can adopt to overcome anxiety and depression?
Thank you, moderator, for this opportunity. Hello and good day, everyone. My name is Fatin Shahada binti Abu Bakar, and I am a psychology counselor currently serving at University Kebangsaan Malaysia. So today, I would like to talk about an issue that is becoming increasingly concerning among university students, which is anxiety and depression. Specifically, I am going to share some professional strategies that can help to address these challenges. I hope this sharing will be beneficial to all university students. As a counselor, I always encourage students to adopt a healthy lifestyle because it plays a big role in both physical and mental well-being. Getting enough sleep around 7 to 8 hours a night is really important. Students need to cut down screen time before bed because it can help to improve their sleep quality and focus. It's also helpful to stay active in the noon, whether it's joining sport, exercising regularly, or just spending time outdoor. These activities are great for managing stress. In fact, to support my evidence, research by Han 2024 shows that a regular physical activity can actually reduce anxiety and depression among university students. Another key factor
in protecting our mental health, especially for university students, is psychological interventions. It is because they have been proven effective in managing mental health issues like anxiety and depression. Approaches such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, psychoeducation, and transdiagnostic treatments really help students understand and manage their thoughts and emotions better. In fact, a review of Activo studies by Burnett 2021 found that this structured therapy significantly reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression among university students. Last but not least, social support is the key factor in protecting mental health. Having strong relationship with friends, family, or even support group can really make a difference. It helps us feel less alone. Research show it can actually reduce the risk of depression, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts. A study by Chu 2021, which involved nearly 4,000 Chinese university students, found that students with higher level of social support had lower levels of anxiety and depression. They even used mental health apps to measure this, and the result were clear feeling, supported making makes it easier to cope emotionally. To sum up, a healthy lifestyle, psychological interventions, and strong social support can really help to reduce anxiety and depression among university students. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. If you need your support, reach out to a counselor. We are here to listen and help you. That is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shuhada, for those practical and professional recommendations. It is encouraging to know there are steps we can take to manage and reduce mental health issues among students. And so now we will proceed to our Q&A session. Each panelist will respond to a question posed either by their fellow panelists or myself, the moderator. Ms. Aisha, would you like to ask Ms. Shuhada a question?
Yes, I have one question for Miss Nur Shuhada. So, in what ways can living a healthy lifestyle affect students' stress level and their overall mental well-being?
Okay, thank you, Miss Aisha. Yes, exactly. I totally agree with you that living a healthy lifestyle affects students' stress level and their overall mental well-being. But how it works? So let me explain with more details. A healthy lifestyle greatly impacts students not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. With academic pressure, social expectation, future career concerns, and personal issues, students can easily feel overwhelmed. However, taking care of their body and mind can help to reduce stress and improve their overall well-being. Let's start with the basic. Diet, sleep, and exercise. These might seem like simple things, but they are powerful tools when it comes to managing stress. For examples, when students eat nutritious food like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and proteins, they are giving their brain the fuel it needs to function properly. On the flip side, if they are always grabbing fast food, skipping meals, or drinking too much caffeine, their energy levels can crash and their mood can take a hit too. That just adds to the stress. And of course, exercise is like a natural stress reliever. It doesn't have to mean running 5 miles every day. Even just a 30 minutes walk, a bit of stretching, or dancing around to music in their room can release endorphins, that the feel good chemical in the brain. Regular movement uh, helps students to process their emotion, clear their minds, and even sleep better at night. But it's not just about the body. Mental well-being involves things like self-awareness, balance, and social support too. When students adopt a healthy lifestyle, they often develop better habits around self-care and emotion regulation. They learn to take breaks, breathe deeply, and set boundaries. That might mean saying no to too many responsibilities or recognizing when they need help, whether from a friend, a teacher, or even a counselor. Taking everything into consideration, living a healthy lifestyle doesn't just help students to survive in university. It helps them to succeed and reach their full potential. It provides them with the energy, focus, and emotional strength to stay balanced even during stressful and busy times. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
How about Dr. Umi? Do you have a question for YB Sugashini?
First, thank you, Ms. Shada, for the insightful explanation. My question is for YB Sugashini, our representative from the Ministry of Health. In your view, what are some government-led strategies or early intervention programs that can help tackle the rising causes of anxiety and depression among students, especially those related to academic and social pressure?
Thank you, Dr. Umi, for the thoughtful question. So, as a representative of Ministry of Health, we recognize the causes of anxiety depression, such as academic pressure and social isolation, require not just individual coping but system-wide intervention. So, one key initiative we have introduced is the Healthy Campus Initiative. So, in collaboration with the Ministry of Higher Education, this program promotes mental health screenings, first support training, and also a campus counseling. It also encourages universities to embed stress management modules within orientation week to help students transition more smoothly into campus life. So in these terms of academic stress, we are working with universities, trained lecturers in early signs of students burnout, so that also refers to mental health professional, it can be made earlier. So for social pressure, we support the formation of student-run peer mentoring program that ensure new students always have someone to turn into their life in their first year. So these programs aim not just to treat, but also prevent by equipping students, lecturers, and also administrators with the tools of needed to build resilience and support one another from the start. So we strongly believe that if we address the causes earlier, we can reduce the impact in the long term. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, YB Sugashini, for highlighting the initiative taken at the government level. Early intervention and prevention strategies are indeed crucial. As we draw this meaningful session to close, I would like to take a moment to truly thank each of our esteemed panelists for their valuable contribution. Your insight have not only deepened our understanding of anxiety and depression among university students, but have also highlighted the many layers involved, from personal struggles to systemic support and from early intervention to long-term solution. What we heard today reinforces a powerful message. Mental health is not just a personal issue, it is a shared responsibility. It requires collective awareness, open conversation, and most importantly, a culture of empathy and care. Whether we are students, educators, family members, or policymakers, we all have role to play in creating a safer, more supportive environment. To our audience, thank you for being here and being part of this meaningful conversation. Let us continue to listen, support, and advocate for better mental health on campus. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. You are not alone and you are never a burden. Have a good day ahead and take care of your mental well being. Thank you.